Hey, Mom. What is that girl over there doing with that flag thingy on that, on the football field? Also, why is one of the people down there now on the ground after getting hit?
Oh, good Lord, not again.
So marching band. Band in general has always been a big part of my life, especially marching band. I remember seeing my brothers in middle school play their instruments for the first time and just being in awe of how someone could read weird squiggles on the page and know which and what weird combinations of fingerings to play. I have two older brothers. One of them played clarinet, the other saxophone. My sister followed suit playing her flute. It rhymed. Hee hee. ADHD. And I came in and played low brass, as you've heard me play my trombone. Actually, hang on. Let me just grab that. Yeah, I have no arms. Get used to it. I don't know if that's peaking my mic or not, but here you go. I don't know if that's going to get me in trouble or not. Now, if anyone knows anything, is that the saxophone, clarinet, and flute are all part of the three main instrument families. That being woodwinds, brass, strings, percussion. Actually, was that it? Hang on. Frick. That was for, I don't think I can count. Crap. Originally, I thought about being percussion, but me being caveman brain, I can't do tempo very well, which is one of the reasons I chose the instrument I did. It also broke the line of woodwinds, which angered every single one of my siblings because they all wanted me to be a woodwind player. And I said, nah, it's funny sliding trombone time. I might include it in like the ending of the video. It's actually kind of nice. Even my mom played clarinet. Actually, I'm pretty sure that my brother played her clarinet as well. Pretty sure it was just passed down to him. My 8th grade year was my first marching band year, and it was one of the most monumental years in the band program. This was when the marching band was at its strongest, and it was something to witness because it was amazing. That year had 119 kids, which is moderately big because it's not actually small, but it's not actually giant, which is perfect for us. It's kind of like a what's it called, like, three little bears or something. I say monumental for multiple reasons. One being it was the band's 90th anniversary, and the city actually funded it for the season, which was nice considering they paid for a music piece that would become part of the city's history. Seeing the band at its strongest was amazing. Since we had funding, we performed at state competitions like BOA and other things. But with that also comes sort of a double-edged sword considering some of these competitions were back-to-back. I remember there was one time we did competitions back-to-back, and we woke up at 3 a.m., got home at 12 a.m., and washed, rinse, and repeat, and woke up at 3 a.m. again the next day. You can imagine how everyone felt. Really home.
It's time to wake up.
I just said that. What do you mean I have to go now? I just got home. No, not time. Yeah, it was not fun to do that twice. Now, don't get me wrong. It was cool performing in these two stadiums. They were both giant stadiums, one of them being Lucas Oil, which was just breathtaking to perform in. We did manage to go to state every year that we could, which was amazing to me, considering the circumstances of the upcoming years. COVID will pop up in my videos a lot if it has anything to do with my high school years, because that's just the time I went. After we had my first season, there were rumors of spreading about a new virus and stuff. I didn't think much of it until I got here, and everyone at that point had the same story. Oh, 2 weeks! Cool! Another 2 weeks. Okay. Why is another 2? Can I please go back to, doing normal stuff? But the upcoming years for band painted a very tough program to salvage. We pretty much had to reinvent the band program with similar morals, but it slowly just became a show band. We tried doing competitive, but it just didn't work out. No one had money, and the band was just suffering. We eventually went to a show band my junior year, after COVID had settled down. Not to mention, we changed our assistant band director after my sophomore year. A lot of change during a time of turmoil was not good. Though the new person was really cool, in fact, he felt more like a mentor than a teacher, which is, props. I wouldn't want to be exactly like him, but he was just an amazing person to hang out with and an amazing player. This man knew how to play guitar. He knew how to play my instrument flawlessly. He originally played my instrument. We also shared a lot of the same music tastes in classic rock, which is normally what we played in our marching band shows after he came along and took over the marching band. Which, yes, we are all guilty of. We all wish we could go back and do competitive because it was honestly one of the best times of everyone's life. Eventually, I just got in the mindset of, hey, it's my last couple times marching. Why not make it the best experience I can and play like a rock star? Which, I mean, I did. It was pretty good.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, what's up?
You know how you never really get that puking bug? Yeah?
Yeah.
Have some fun right now.
So I got sick doing what we call our Pops concert. Well, more like right after. I may or may not have gotten ragged on for destroying a trash can the years after that. But that was Thursday and the competition was on Saturday. So I luckily had like a day to just, not die. And luckily, that Friday was the Friday before fall break, so no assignments. Saturday came and I was still recuperating, though I wasn't puking, so that's a plus. We somehow pulled a gold with both distinction in music and in visual, which I thought was hilarious considering I did that nauseous. My senior year was probably one of the most interesting years in all my high school experience. This was the only year I tried out for leadership, and the one year it actually mattered. Since I was a senior, I had one kid in particular who looked up to me, and I mean, it was like watching a baby take its first steps. If I would do something, he would copy it, which at first it kind of annoyed me because I was like, okay, is he like trying to make fun of me? Is he mocking me? When in reality, he was just learning how to act, and he chose me as a role model, which is scary considering I'm a ball of sporadic energy who doesn't know how to contain it. Eventually, I did take him under my wing. I did adopt him, sort of, into my section, which wasn't hard considering I only had one other baritone with me because I was a baritone section leader. But this kid was one to exaggerate a lot of things and try to be funny. And I mean, props to the kid for trying. This led him to get, that sounded bad. This led to him getting hurt though. We were playing this team building game because, boss man wants us to bond our sections, etc. The game was you throw this imaginary object and you can change the shape of the object into anything you want. Again, it's imaginary. And so this kid decided to go all out, and I don't know what he was going for, but he flung himself into a circle and yeah. At that time we were in the choir room, so it has these little steps that were built in. He slammed his arm into the edge of one of those steps. He ended up breaking his arm. You can imagine the feeling in the room. It went from lol, he fell to, oh my gosh, that just happened in front of me. The band director over the marching band came in with this look of like, oh crap, that kid's hurt, and son of a, I gotta go do paperwork now. So this kid did not get to do much and came after that. He did get to march, and we ended up doing phenomenal in our competitions, as we normally do. Now, I said earlier that I had an impact on the band. I pretty much became the hype man. I was the dude that you could hear yelling for miles because I basically became the motivation for a lot of people. Yelling like, let's get it, let's go! And, just yelling, ah! In general. Yeah, I had the time of my life that year when it came to marching. Now, there's probably other funny stories that I don't remember right off the top of my head, but yeah, it was amazing. Okay, marching band and band in general is just one of those things that means a lot to me. The feeling of family in that program was strong. We weren't big in the end. In fact, we actually were like 70 people by the time I graduated. But we were together and as strong as some of the biggest bands out there. All of our hearts showed it. Okay, so enough of me jabbering. I hope to see you guys soon, and as always, yeah!